The following is a presentation of Stewed Productions.
Okay, I'm gonna stop. Okay, let's start. Are you ready? Let's do this.
Let's do it.
The following is a presentation of Stewed Productions.
All right, everybody. Welcome in to Liquid Lunch on a what is today? Is today Friday?
Today is Friday.
It's Friday. It's your lunchtime.
Yes.
Kennedy is there rustling around trying to fix things. Are you able to fix things? How are we? Chad says Instagram seems fine.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Sure it does.
Yeah, they're saying the audio. So listen on Instagram, but watch the pictures on YouTube or Facebook.
Well,
Can you do that?
it's
You
kind
need
of
two devices.
it's kind of chilled out, but for some reason, well, shit. I don't think we're streaming on YouTube for some reason.
You sat down 15 minutes ahead of time, right?
I sat down an hour ahead of time, and as Philip can attest, I tested everything.
Yeah.
And then you jump on, and everything is all sorts of screwed up.
Mm.
What,
Don't talk to Sydney that way.
He's calling your bad luck charm.
Yeah.
I'd guess. I don't know. I mean, I've got
Hold on.
I got Instagram sounding good.
Did you hear a voice?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did I?
Oh,
okay.
right.
Yeah.
We're just-
I hear another voice. I wonder
We've been
who that.
We've been talking the whole time. We haven't Instagrammed. We haven't introduced our illustrious guest. All the way from it's Spring, right?
No,
No,
technically
it's Houston.
Okay, just south of Spring, still in Houston. It's almost exactly midway between 45 and the Hardy on 1960. Everybody's favorite road. No? 1960 on the sign, number one in your heart. Southern Yankee Beer Company, brewer extraordinaire. Sydney
Hola.
with us back in the show, back on that window right there in front of you if you're watching. And her voice, you can hear it on Instagram.
Yes.
Sydney, how are things?
Good. Today was a bit of not today. This week has been a bit of a shit show. Can I say shit show? I'm gonna say
Yeah.
You can say shit. Show.
It's been kind of a shit show. Ben and I did 2 double brew days back to back on Monday, Tuesday, and then died on Wednesday. And we've been reborn, so it's all right. We're gonna work on it and keep on brewing the good stuff. We're gonna put some stuff in barrels to age and have a lot of good projects to the next couple weeks.
Sounds fantastic. Good. I got this new blue shirt. I found it in my closet, and I'm looking at your wall, and the calming effect of the blue for me today. It's good.
Blue. No, it's good. It's a good color.
Mhm.
It's revitalizing and calming at the same time, depending on the brightness.
Yes. Well, Kennedy, are you ready to do like an intro thing or something
No,
along those lines?
No.
All right.
Keep
well, then
talking. Keep
Just
talking.
throwing out. I'm gonna throw out all formalities. Sydney, what are you sipping on there?
We
I'm
can do
sipping
that.
on our new beer that we are releasing today, which I have not finished writing the post and or taking the pictures, because we're paying homage to a wonderful early 2000s movie, Zoolander, by making a beer with New Zealand hops called Zealander. And we're going to have a competition later for everybody's best Zoolander face. So we'll see how that goes. I'm expecting some very good photos.
Yeah, we got. It's the exact type thing we need right now.
Yeah, just something funny, lighthearted, just chill. I mean, make your worst and best ridiculous face. It took me like 20 minutes to try and get just the like eyebrow situation right for the picture, and then the lips was just a whole nother problem. So it's like
how strong are you in your brow to be able to move your eyebrows? I feel
pretty good.
I can go one up, one down.
I can't. I just look a little ridiculous. Sorry. But I mean, it takes definitely some muscles. Every time my mom was trying to do it, it would just fall into a laughing fit because there was no way to do it really well. Yeah, it's an IPA. Sorry, I got like distracted. It's an IPA made with Nelson Sauvignon hops and Hallertau Blanc. So very like floral, citrusy, very nice and soft kind of flavors.
Do those names are wine, right? It's like wine,
Yeah.
like Sauvignon Blanc and all that. Is it because the flavors in the hops themselves are wine-like, or is it the
That's
grapes?
my understanding. When you research those hops, a lot of them, it's because it gives very similar, like that fruity, dry, fruity taste, and that's what I get from the hops when I put them in. If you put them in at the right times, it's just this really nice, not simple, but like very fruity, floral. Not decadent. I don't know how else to say it, but it's just a very nice, soft IPA. Where some are like really harsh and in your face, and then like fruit or citrus, pine. Where this is just kind of like more refined almost. It's a refined hop.
Okay, Philip's saying that sound is good now, Kennedy.
Yeah, it's good, but we're not. For some reason, we're not on YouTube, and everything's running real slow. All our lip syncs are off. So, trying to figure out what's going on here.
Well, Sydney has they've got a couple sinks there. If ours is off,
Tons.
got that hand washing sink right next to the bottle washing sink, required by the TABC.
So many dad puns.
I'm full of sink jokes, like just a basin full of sink jokes.
Oh man,
Josh, you have sunk to a new level.
Yeah, it's all down the drain from here. This is all went down the drain. Anyway,
oh man.
I don't know. I was trying to come up with something, but anyway. No, John, Foamy at 13. We're efforting the YouTubes. Apparently, Kennedy didn't pay his internet bill or something, and because Sydney and I are fine.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't have any lag here that I can see.
No, you don't.
No, like it looks good from here. For just some reason, we're not streaming to YouTube, and I can't figure out why.
Oh, okay. Rudy said we were breaking up. We weren't breaking up. The audio was breaking up during the while you're describing the beer.
Oh, so I also took some pauses. I take dramatic pauses.
Yeah, this would be one of those times where I promote the fact that all of this is recorded for podcast. Whether you watch this or not, it would help us if you subscribe to the audio podcast on any of your favorite podcasting apparatus. We're on all of them. So take the time to do that. And if our audio is ever this bad, just wait till later in the day when the podcast is posted and relive the glory. Just close your eyes as you drive. And remember what we look like as you listen to how we sound. I have beer.
What are you drinking?
I've got, can I do that intro, Kennedy, or are you just neck deep in technical?
Give me like 2 minutes.
All right, fine. It's time once again for everybody's favorite time on the show. It's where we do the thing with the bubbles and ask you what you're drinking. I'm drinking Live Oak pre-war pills. Pre-war pills. Hey, Caleb Wilson and Rudy and
I love
John
a good pill.
This one is just crispy and
so good. You can't go wrong, honestly. To me, a Pils is like a really, really well done Pilsner is like the pinnacle of what beer can be, in my opinion. Just because it's so hard to do very, very, very well. You can make a good one, but getting that balance of just that little bit of hop note and like the effervescent of the CO2 and just the malt, everything. It's just I love it.
Look how clear that is. I don't know if it's coming across on my camera, but that's
just beautiful to me. Beautiful.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think this is my last one because I've been drinking a lot of them.
That means it's a good beer. If you can have like a 6-pack and still want more, that means it's a good damn good beer.
Yeah, those boys up at Live Oak, boys and gals. Sorry, all the active individuals up at Live Oak. They know what they're doing. Anyway, that's just a crispy, delicious beer. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's not all I'm going to say, but it's what I'm going to say right now, and just kind of let that sink into my soul. I've been looking for a lot. It's 5%. 5%. Anybody wondering? So good lunchtime beer. This is a good sandwich beer. This is a good like a chicken sandwich, roast grilled chicken.
Oh yeah, cut through the fat of like a fried chicken sandwich or something.
Yeah, maybe a little light piece of cheese, something light.
Yeah. So I've been cooking a lot of Asian foods lately, and a Pilsner actually works really, really well with like really spicy Szechuan noodles, just because the spiciness of the noodles really works with just the crispness of a Pilsner or a lager.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me want. I've been noticing your post with the bao.
Yes.
Oh man,
I'm obsessed with bao. I love bao. I will hunt down good bao, and not gao bao or the little bao tacos, which is. I've been to many restaurants in Houston that they say they have bao, but it's lies. They don't have bao. They have gao bao.
How now? Gao bao.
Yeah.
Now.
Josh, you don't know what you're talking. I think you just need to bow out of the conversation.
Hey.
Why are you gonna say that, Fo?
Yes. Steam buns and bao are some of my favorite things. And it's been a goal of mine to learn how to make them at home. And so I finally just did it, and it's delicious. And I froze a bunch of them for snacks.
Awesome. Well played.
Yes.
Those are actually, is it well played? They're always calling to you. So it's like, oh, it's 1 a.m. and I just happen to be up. Pop one of these. How do you reheat them? What's the perfect way to?
You can re-steam them, but that takes a lot of work. So my ghetto way of doing it is taking a wet paper towel and just wrapping it around that and then putting it in the microwave. So then it kind of like re-steams it, but in a paper towel and in like 45 seconds instead of 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So are you adding these to your menu?
No, we're not. This is just a Sydney specialty. Although my last week, because I made so many of them because I doubled the recipe and didn't really realize that there was a lot in the first recipe. I gave some to Alex, and he's been inspired to do a Korean barbecue special this weekend.
Nice.
And then next weekend, I'm sorry, my mom's talking to me outside the camera. I guess doing meatballs. I don't know if they're Korean meatballs or they're just regular meatballs.
Well, tell Mom we said hi.
They say hi. Everybody on the internet says hi.
Yeah, the whole internet.
Yeah, everyone.
Philip says 1 minute in the microwave.
Yeah.
Have you tried an air fryer?
I have tried an air fryer. They're very good. I make some banging Brussels sprouts in an air fryer. Those are good.
Yeah. The air fryer we got one for Christmas. They're great for like single servings, but if for a family, it's kind of a no go.
Unless you do like chickens or like full meats and things like that, you can do that in there. It takes a little bit extra time.
Yeah. Kennedy, are you down with the air fryer?
I am.
I have one.
I don't. I bought my brother and their family an air fryer last year for Christmas, and they got, and somebody else did too.
So you just took yours back?
I didn't. They held on to it and then donated it to Mom and Dad when they finally moved here.
There you go.
But he didn't.
You could just have an air fryer feast.
He didn't tell me that he had it. That I guess he was a little embarrassed. He didn't want to tell me that somebody else got him an air fryer too. Because of course I asked him, hey, what do you want for Christmas? And that's what they told me. I can't ever figure out what to get those guys.
Yeah.
And he just said, hey, we have now two. I would have said, fine, I'll take that second one.
Yeah. Yeah, of course you would. Of course you would. Sticky fingers. That's air fryer best way to reheat French fries. Only way, really.
Yeah, no, French fries are one of those things you got to eat all of them. Even if you're full, eat them all.
Yeah, no,
Keep throwing them in.
I would agree. But if you come across some, and you're like, oh, y'all didn't eat all these, air fryer can save them to make them. Microwave,
Okay.
forget it. Air
Yeah,
fryer
no.
will.
Microwave is just floppy starch.
Mhm. Yeah. Or if you like cook some chicken in the oven with the skin on, like the chicken thighs, like I love to do. They're crispy out of the oven, but then once they go in the fridge, the skin isn't as crispy. You pop them in that air fryer, you can crisp that skin up, and you get that crunch. This juicy, succulent, roasty chicken, succulent Kennedy.
I had a big breakfast, and you guys are making me hungry again.
Yeah, it is lunchtime.
Yeah, beer though.
So I'm drinking beer too. Now that I got all the technical issues taken care of.
Can we do the intro?
Yes.
All right, here we
We
go.
can.
Let's look at our watches, Kennedy, because it's that time.
It's time for your favorite segment and mine. Here on Liquid. This is
What you drinking?
All right, what you got in your glass?
All right. So, as you know, here it comes.
Oh.
All right, countdown. All right, I currently have everyone. The counter means it's time to chug your beers, but I currently have a Salud from it's a Mexican lager from True Vine that I will attempt to chug right now. Look how clear this thing is.
You can do it.
I can do it. Ready? All right, everybody. Here it goes. Everybody, chug.
And he tips back the glass. He's drinking. It's going back. It's back. It's back. And El Gato Saludo Gato.
Man, that is chuggability. Chuggability. This beer is on point.
Very good.
Very refreshing.
Mexican lagers are really good at chugging. They're good chugging beers.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ken.
No, I was just gonna agree with her. Super refreshing, super easy to drink. Julie was in Tyler, Texas yesterday, and she went to True Vine and brought me back some beer. So thanks Julie, and thanks to all the people at True Vine. I also have this right here, this Daddy's Juice Box, which is a double IPA. Peach.
Very cool. Peach is a hard flavor to get into an IPA, just because it's a delicate flavor. I'm intrigued to see how you think that develops.
So,
what are the best hops to pair with peaches? You go with something that has a little peachy.
Yeah, I mean, for anything you're adding to an IPA or any beer, you want to have either contrasting or complementary. It's just like with cooking, right? For something sweet, you need to add some salt or vinegar. With beer, that's kind of how I make recipes. So like we have a sour, our Funky Bloobs is coming back, and so that's a good example. It's a sour beer where we add blueberries, which can be very tart.
Yep.
And then to help balance that, we're adding chamomile that adds a nice softness to it, and it kind of helps blend the whole beer. And that's like a contrasting beer, where for a peach IPA, you definitely want to find hops that can kind of elevate the fruitiness of it, and then also kind of keep that bitterness like a regular IPA would have.
I personally would use Simcoe, Citra, and Mosaic.
Is that what they used?
What? I don't know why why would you say that? I'm kidding.
Yeah, all right.
Hold on.
I can't read that at all.
It'll
Nope.
focus.
There
It'll
we
focus.
go. All right.
It's good. It's got a nice balance. The peach kind of balances it all out. It's not too hoppy. Just a little hint of peach, but you definitely taste the peach. Yeah. I recently discovered that blueberries is a tough one to get in the beers too.
It's very hard.
Did you save any?
Definitely very hard.
Kennedy, did you save any of that beer for Sydney to maybe analyze and critique?
No, that beer went down the drain. So recently,
a learning curve beer. That's what those are.
So it was my first attempt at a shandy. We had a shandy competition at the Rogue Brewers.
Yeah.
And I think most people just brewed a low ABV beer and put lemon crystals in it and called it a day.
Well, sometimes the way you can do that, honestly, is you can do a medium ABV beer, and then you blend it with like a lemonade or a tea.
Yeah.
And then that's where you get some of that lower ABV, and then you can put in a stabilized fruit where it's going to maintain that sugar and not like try and re-ferment or do a lot of just fruit additions where then it becomes just a fruit beer. Shandies, I have not done a shandy before, but that's what I have read technically. That's a good way of doing a shander, is doing a blend at the end.
Philip is trying to have revisionist history. He said it was not that bad, but when somebody asks if somebody else farted when your beer gets opened.
Okay. All right. So the fart beer was not the blueberry. So I had shandy and I made 2 different versions of it. One was blueberry, one was orange. And I think the orange re-fermented. I put some what do you call it? The potassium
Metabisulfate.
No, the metabisulfate, but I didn't put this. I think you're supposed to use metabisulfate and sorbate.
Okay.
And I only put one, and it did not come out well. Anyway, if you look at this. This was the color of my blueberry shandy. It's a beautiful color.
Oh,
See that?
wow. Yeah.
Are there any filters on that?
The purple is really hard to get in a beer unless it's like half fruit, or you add things to turn it purple.
Yeah. So the blueberry was a decent beer. It just didn't have any blueberry flavor in it whatsoever. The orange beer, the orange shandy I did, smelled like fart. Like literally, somebody walked in front of Tammy as she was judging it. Right as she was smelling it, somebody walked in front of her, and she literally thought they farted.
Yeah, that happens. That happens.
Yeah, that happens, right? And that's when you have to just kind of figure out what you did wrong, or brew the beer again and try and do extra cleaning, and then see if that was your issue. I mean, that's just, it's a thing. Making beer, you never know what'll happen at the end.
I have not had good luck using fruit in beer. Except my grapefruit IPA was really good, but I only used like the peel. I didn't put grapefruit in.
The fruit beers, like the aseptic part of fruit, unless you're doing a frozen fruit, which I just only started doing that, and I can attest that to Nick Seacrest because that was his winning beer at the homebrew competition last year. We did frozen fruit. Before then, trying to get fruit that has no bacteria in it is quite challenging unless you get an aseptic fruit puree or a syrup, basically.
I mean, I wanted to get the puree, but man, they are proud of that stuff. It is expensive. Oh man.
That's why fruit beers, like when I see the new trend of like the super fruits, that's what I call the super fruit beers, like they're the super fruits. I'm just like, how do you make money on that? Because your prices, I mean, the amount of fruit you have to add to that, each box, each drum is just ridiculously priced. And so I'm mind blown sometimes in how they can make money on that just because of the fruit expense itself.
Mm-hmm. What about like a, you know how they have UV filters, light filters for pools and things, and don't they irradiate some foods like fruits and things like that? Could you?
Well, you can do that's pasteurization, but with heat instead of UV light. I've never heard of it with UV light before, though. Could be.
Yeah, maybe just run your beer. I don't know what that. Well, UV light obviously is not good for the hops, right? You get a skunked beer, but
yeah,
maybe pre-hop fruit. I don't know.
You could always do like the fruit by itself, ideally or theoretically, and then add the fruit to the beer because the light, it's not like the light stays in the fruit.
Yeah, just take your fruit and go get in a tanning bed.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Try that and see if it works.
Take it out and stick it in
test batch.
Yeah. I don't get in a tanning bed. I would get in a burning bed.
Yeah.
Well, I don't tan.
Not
Two
at
shades.
all.
No, 2 shades. Pasty white, or tomato red.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, I went tomato red this past weekend, and
Mhm.
now I'm going through total body shedding. I'm like I need to rub up against a rock or something.
Snake.
Yeah, it's pretty awful. It's like it's pretty gross. Sorry, sorry to give everybody that visual. But yeah, did you see? What was it? Austin Powers 3 Gold Member.
Oh man,
That
a long time ago.
yeah, he had little skin flakes. That's gross. Let's talk about anything other than that. I grossed myself out just
Bleh.
there.
Yes.
Um,
Well, talking about homebrew competitions, we
I was
have
ju-
our
I was literally just about to ask you about this. Is it
yes.
still
So
happening?
it is. So we had our signups, and our last call was on Wednesday. So wort share pickup is tomorrow morning, or tomorrow at 12 to 3. We have 13 contestants, 13 teams or individuals that are competing this year. So we'll see how that goes. I'm very intrigued to see how everything goes. We probably won't be able to do an in-person judging, but we'll do, I think, like a Zoom kind of, like anybody can come and join and listen to our judging and what's going on. I think I have to talk to Preston. I just kind of assumed he would judge with me this year again. But we've got 3 judges from my understanding right now, so we need at least 2 more. But I'm intrigued to see how it goes this year. Nick says he's going to win a second year in a row, so we need some people to cut him at the knees.
Well, I mean, I'm out of the competition because I'm flying to Florida today.
Yeah.
I'll be gone for a week. So
So are you shipping beers back to me, or are you just going to bring them all back?
Second suitcase.
I'm bringing beers back. We're taking a whole bunch of beers too,
Good.
but I'm bringing beers back for me.
Okay. All right. Well, that okay.
Yeah.
So that brings
Oh.
up something.
I have some orange candy for you.
Great. Just leave it on my doorstep.
It doesn't smell like farts at all.
Yeah, I bet. That reminds me. Yesterday, it's not posted yet, but I recorded an episode of Interbrews with one Tom Painter of from No Label.
Yeah.
And we were discussing. Old Tom he seemed a little stressed out at the beginning of the show, but then we worked. It's like therapy session, right? We're all trying to make it through life right now.
Yeah.
It's beer.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. The beer helps a whole lot. And so one of the things we came up with, and you're talking right to that, Kennedy, about going to Florida and taking beer with you. We, because everybody's supposed to stay isolated, but yet beer to go is still open and drive-throughs and things like that. What is the longest you can go on a day trip? And if you're going to be sitting at home anyway, why not hop in the car with your loved ones, day trip it out to, I don't know, let's see who gets the longest day trips. If you work for a brewery or whatever, you can exchange some beer with another brewery,
Yeah.
see what we get, or just go out and just get, support somebody else anywhere else.
We've actually had a couple people do that, and they say we're on like brewery 5 of the day on a last weekend. They did that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like we're all kind of on these wonky work schedules and life schedules and everything now anyway. And I see Ald Brewing again join us on the Instagram, the northernmost brewery in the state of Texas, just shy of the Oklahoma Panhandle.
Oh wow!
Hold on.
So
where is this brewery located?
Ald Brewing is in what was the city? I looked it up. I was looking at the map.
Is it north of Amarillo?
Yes.
Oh,
they are north of Amarillo. They are
Okay.
further north. They are the northernmost brewery, and we're gonna get them on. I have to let you do that, Kenny, because my organization skills are non-existent.
At least you know yourself.
I do. I know myself way. Borger. Borger is it Borger, or is it like French, like Borger?
Booger?
Borger. It's way up there. I looked. It's way up there. Yeah.
Okay. I thought when we had Pondicetta on, I thought they were our northernmost. They're the northernmost brewery we've had on the show.
Yeah, at the time.
There you go.
Yeah.
But now they're going to be on, hopefully in the next little bit. So we've gotten all the way east, all the way west, now all the way north.
Yes,
There you go.
I took some Southern Yankee beer to Pondicetta.
Yeah. What'd they think? I think I was listening to that actually.
Yes, they had the K Pablo,
Mm-hmm.
and you gave me a special beer that we're not supposed to talk about. Say anything, 'cause Alex is gonna get mad. I forget what it was. It was
Now I don't even know.
I don't know either.
Yeah,
It was
all
one.
it
It
says when they're
was one of your specialties, like a
Oh, a bottle?
yeah, it was a bottle.
Oh, then it was probably one of the Mole or the Cabertas or the Saisons.
I don't think.
Although we did, I don't know. Have you guys tried our fancy pancakes?
No.
I haven't.
Oh, it's so good. We
Good.
released it a couple weeks ago. It's a apple brandy barrel aged Baltic porter brewed with blackstrap molasses and toasted pecans.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
man.
called
That
pancakes.
sounds.
You guys toast your own pecans?
I did in my oven.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
That sounds.
it's really good.
Toasting your pecans, by the way, is the
Mhm.
secret to an excellent pecan pie.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There you go. Kennedy knows pies. A few things. Danny jumped on. Hey, Danny.
Hey, Danny.
Matt as well, and Dowdy,
Mhm.
and Colin. How's it going, guys?
Wow.
Yeah, Ald Brewing. They're saying that when they talk about Pondicetta, they're like, "Oh, those guys way down south." That's how far north Ald Brewing is. Those guys down there, they go down.
Dang.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget how big Texas is.
Texas is so big. It's so big.
It's funny when you if you're driving in from Louisiana and you get to Orange, Texas. There's a sign there that says Texas. Or hold on, I'm getting feedback here.
I'm sure it was going to be hilarious.
I know the pause really helps with the joke, though.
I can't wait to hear what it says. I have no idea. Clay Day. Ald says that Pondicetta has a new beer called Clay Day.
Ooh.
There you go. We haven't done the temperature in Midland in a while. I'm going to do that real quick while Kennedy's doing whatever he's doing.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Let's get who. Okay, what do y'all think the temperature right now in Midland, Texas is?
What's the temperature here?
Right now it was like 100 degrees last time I checked.
Okay, so Midland would be about 100.
Ugh.
So what's your guess, Sydney?
It's a dry heat though.
I'll say 108.
No.
Okay.
All right.
Honor system.
Hold on.
Honor system.
Serious
Throw out your
guess.
guesses.
Serious guess here. 12:30. Not at the peak yet. I'm gonna say 92.
Okay. You're saying 92, Sydney? What's your official serious guess?
Official one. I'll say 101.
Okay. Serious non-cheating guesses on the board. We've got Philip with 103, Jose 99, Danny 98. Anybody on the Instagram if they want to throw out a guess, Ald or anybody else watching, if you what the current temperature in Midland without cheating, honor system here. Winner gets a fabulous prize. Going once, going twice. All right, all votes are in. Current temperature currently in Midland. Are we going for Price is Right rules? If you win over, you lose.
Yes.
No.
Okay. Current temperature in Midland, 95 degrees Fahrenheit. High today, 105.
Ugh,
Currently
God.
feels like 100. So there you go.
Ugh.
But it's a dry heat. The humidity is only 37%.
It's enough to go outside and kill all the COVID.
And everything else.
So I went to Colorado a couple weeks ago for just a friend family trip, and like I was there for 2 days, and I felt like I got dried out like a raisin. It was so dry compared to Houston, and I was just like, I need all of the chapstick and lotion and water every 10 seconds.
You're just constantly drinking water or beer there. Constantly.
Yeah. Monday in Midland, here's a thing to look forward to after your weekend. It'll be the high today. What did I say the high today was going to be? 105. Warming up this weekend in Midland, 107 and 109 for Saturday and Sunday. Monday, though, only 111. Only 111.
Yeah, Monday. I've heard Monday and Tuesday is going to be like the hottest. It's like supposed to be the peak.
Yeah, the peak until the next peak.
I'll
That's
be
what you're going to
sitting-
do. You're only going to peek out the window and see the heat coming off the ground and be like, nah,
Yeah.
not going out there.
You know, hey, maybe Monday I'll actually try the fried egg trick and see if it'll cook on the concrete.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, it absolutely will.
Yeah.
But
What's it
how
going to
long will it take? Will it be a fried egg or a poached egg? That's
all the questions. Okay? Okay, Houston 100 degrees, but we'll feel like 340. Actually, my sister-in-law is a certified. Y'all know who Gabby Reese and Laird? What's Laird's last name? Is the big wave surfer? They're married. Laird, I forget his name. Anyway, big giant wave surfer. He's been around forever. Super fit. Anyway, they do the fire and ice therapy stuff with the sauna and the ice bath and all that stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So my sister-in-law under them with all of that kind of stuff, and so she has when we were there, they have a sauna, and so I sat in a sauna for 20 minutes at 210. And
how did you make it 20 minutes at 210?
That's a long time.
I'll be honest with you,
I would have passed out.
You don't know. Well, that's the thing. It's like once you sit there and you kind of calm down, it forces you. You get a little panicky because you look at the thermometer and you're like, oh, that's
I'm
really
dying
hot.
slowly.
Yeah. My blood could literally boil right now if I were a lizard.
You could literally slow cook chicken at that temperature.
I know. That's what I felt like. I felt crispy skinned and but succulent and juicy on the inside. Getting back to that. I don't know. I guess Laird Hamilton. That's it, Jose. Thank you. And with all the tea, the turmeric. You ever put turmeric in a beer?
I have not.
Okay. I don't know what it tastes like.
Does it belong in a beer?
Why not?
I won't say no because there's a lot of things that I've said. Maybe not, but you know, I vividly remember reading an article about. I feel like I've talked to you about this before, but the dry hopped full chickens.
Yes.
Like rotisserie chickens in a beer. So like, there's a lot of stuff that probably shouldn't be in beer, but you know, we're at that point where we're like, fuck it, why not?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing in the Complete Joy of Homebrewing by Charlie P. He talks about the chicken beer being a thing.
Okay, there you go.
And then Alan at if you're watching on Instagram, you see Alan from Brigadoon. He attempted the chicken beer at one point, and nobody drank it because I don't think it turned out well. But anyway, I spent 20 minutes in a 210 degree sauna, and I don't know. You walk out, and even though it's 100 degrees when you walk out, it feels cool.
Yeah.
So I feel like Houston is one big sauna.
Well, that's what I was saying. Was that in Houston? Where'd you go there? Because I had a couple friends from Montana visiting. Well, they swung in for like a day, and I was like, "Well, is there anything you want to do to relax and hang out and talk?" And they were like, "Yeah, are there any saunas in Houston?" I was like, "Yes, it's called outside."
Yeah. It really is.
Yeah,
You can.
it's called Let's Go to the Park.
Like, just step outside your door. There it is.
Yeah. It look okay. So
Free.
I recommend it though. It felt great. Like afterward, it's like the most relaxed So I did the sauna, and then I got in the ice bath that was sub 40
Was it
degrees.
the ones that like they saran wrap you and put you in the ice cold air, or is it just the
No.
ice bath?
It was actually it's a modified chest freezer. She put a thermostat override, and so there's ice around the edge with the water.
Okay.
Just sticks the water in there, and you get in there, and if the water I think is like 37 degrees or something, and
Nipply.
Exactly, I could not. I couldn't force myself all the way down in it until the very end for just a couple seconds. But I recommend it. Like I had to tell myself when I first put my foot down, I was like, I'm reaching for a beer. I'm reaching for a beer, and I can't get to it because that's when you're like the super icy, cooler full of beer. We've all been there, and it's totally worth diving into that thing to get your beer. I'm like, I'm just gonna have to wait for my beer for 3 minutes or whatever. So.
So when I was younger, I used to do a lot of snowboarding in Colorado, and we would, after a day of snowboarding, we'd sit in the hot tub, and then we'd drink a lot of beers, and then get out of the hot tub and lay in the snow and see how long we could take it.
Yep.
You get out.
I did that all the time when I lived in Connecticut.
You get out of the hot tub, go in the snow, and it's just like a bunch of daggers sticking in the back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, that's the
True.
thing is you have to have the balls to see if you can do it the longest. Like of all of the people you're with, it's like, all right, no, I am the strongest. I can do this.
Well, see, that's the thing. If you have the balls, you can then look in like the mirror, and they're in the back of your throat, so you can actually see.
Yeah,
When you get that cold.
if you have the balls, that's why you're laying on your back and not on your stomach.
Yeah, that's why they're up here. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah,
Oh,
sauna.
man.
I sauna. I'm a fan.
All right.
But yeah. Anyway, that was in Fredericksburg. Anyway, I got another beer. Y'all want to talk about my next beer?
Yes.
Do we have to?
We don't have to, but
I'm kidding.
I'd love to.
Let's see
From
what
my
you got.
friends at No Label. Sitting Side Haze,
Oh,
New
yeah.
England, IPA. All the kids are talking about the New England, the hazies,
The hazes.
The Haze
Mhm.
Bros.
the hazy hippas. So hippa-dippas, whatever you want to call them. But anyway, delicious little beer there from our friends at No Label. Oh, I was going to say back to episode of Interbrews. Tom
Yes.
Painter. That episode should be up soon. And the one I just posted earlier this week, which I was behind on, we're about to record another one. Keenan Zarling, we recorded a deep dive. We did a deep dive on Saison DuPont.
Very cool.
So we're calling those Interbrews required drinking. So we're gonna do a whole series of deep dives on beers.
Mhm.
Our
I
next
love
one
it.
is Live Oak Hefeweizen.
Mm.
Good hef.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with a good hef,
No,
especially in
but
this heat.
yeah. Okay, so Sydney, as a professional
Yes.
brewing virtuoso,
Yes.
what are some of the like if somebody is getting it like so I think nowadays there's a lot of people who've been in beer but they don't remember some of those classics, some of like
Mhm.
the ones that like really carve the path. Is there is there like a few
Oh,
beers
man.
that you would say must try to really understand what the essence of craft beer? Are there any of those like that just
I don't know. I think that because I my age and the way I came into beer, I'm in the second wave,
Mm.
right? I'm in the second wave of where craft beer was. My dad was in the first wave.
Yeah.
I'll ask him the next time I see him what he thinks because he's the one who got so fed up with beer that started making beer and was the one that was trying to push and like he was making the homebrew beer to be the craft beer before good craft beer existed in mass.
Mhm.
So I don't know if I would be a good reference point for that.
I have a good suggestion.
Yeah.
You should do Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
Oh well, yeah. That's like I probably should have said that. That's like a given.
Yeah, it's on the list for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Because that's when I was in high school, that's the the couple beers I'd take from my dad's fridge.
Yeah.
So that was definitely around in the very beginning, and it's still one of the best, just easy drinking pails you can find.
Yeah. See, you got to sneak good beer, and like we got to sneak BLs and I like the champagnes and stuff.
We snuck a Red Dog.
Ooh.
Yeah. See, I got a few. Red Dog didn't come out till I was actually out of college. So.
See, if you ask some of my friends from high school, even back then I was known as a beer snob.
See, I was just having this conversation with my wife the other day. We had a friend whose son snuck some beers. They're junior high-ish.
Oh
Not
no.
Junior high. What's
no,
the like?
No.
Okay.
Our first year into high school, something like that.
Okay.
And it was on a dare. It was one night that because all the kids are just running around right now. It's the summer. It's anarchy.
Yeah.
And I think they were all hanging out in somebody's backyard, like a trampoline and stuff, or whatever, doing the trampoline into the pool or something like that. And he was supposed to be home and then snuck out. And anyway, I heard them. She was talking to my wife, and I heard the term "snuck beers," and automatically I was like, not. I probably should have been like, oh no, I'm worried about the well-being of this young man. But my first thought was not that.
It was what beers he's sneaking.
It was absolutely that thought. I was like, I hope it was a good beer at least. Turns out it was not. So I was appalled.
Oh man.
Kids these days.
I'm kind of my early alcohol adventures. I'll just call it that. You know, you may be ridiculous, but I went into college in my early, 20s and saw people just go absolutely bonkers because they had no reference point on how to handle alcohol and how to handle beers. And so, like, I'm kind of on the fence of, like, as a family, you can choose to, introduce your kids, your high schoolers, to alcohol responsibly so that they don't just become that kid that's passed out on the street and all their friends are just laughing at them. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the approach we've taken. Like, my girls will help me homebrew when I've done that before. Kennedy, get your shot in. How long's it been since you homebrewed? It's been a while. Beat you to it. All right, but also every time we have a beer, it's like, I'll have them smell it. It's like, what do you smell, and describe it, and kind of go into all of that. And, so we have fun, and we
that was
history.
back when your daughters were first learning how to talk, right?
Actually, yeah, we were smelling beers and talking about styles and all that. I think they're either going to be so turned off by all the beer talk that it'll be just like the last thing they want. They're going to be like, I just want to go hang out at the library or something, right? Or it's going to be any guy that drinks, anything other than the best will not be good enough. They'll be like, ugh.
I can attest that I made one of those mistakes before I met Ben, where I dated a guy who I'd get a tall glass of beer and he would get a pina colada.
Well,
I'm just like, ooh, choices.
Well, it's not a surprise that did not work out.
No, it did not.
It's that's I love
pina coladas, but like that was a trend.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, more power to you. You're, fella, wherever you may be at this moment in time now. I hope life has worked out well for you and your fruity beverage loving self.
He's probably out there getting caught in the rain.
Probably. Yeah. Speaking of, Ken, I'm glad you brought that up. We could use a little, for the lawn. You want to?
Yeah.
No. Oh, we can talk about your lawn, or we can talk about this.
Yeah, what's the beer you're drinking?
The cucumber watermelon goza.
Ooh, how is it? Those are like some of the two hardest beer flavors.
Man, I think they nailed it because I get a lot of cucumber and a lot of watermelon with it. It's a great combination. Super refreshing. It's super tart too.
That sounds delicious. Those two flavors are really hard to execute well in a beer without making it taste fake.
Yes. Yeah, you get kind of that Jolly Rancher candy kind of deal. I tried to do a watermelon wine and it didn't turn out well.
No, it is. No, this is fantastic.
You're making me jealous now. Now I want some.
Well, all you gotta do is drive 3 hours north to Tyler, Texas, so you can get some of this stuff.
Oh, I will on my next vacation in 2 years.
Anderson Valley has a good.
I would not.
Briny Milk.
If you're waiting 2 years for a vacation, I wouldn't suggest Tyler, Texas.
Tyler, Texas is fine.
Really?
It's fine.
What else is in Tyler, Texas besides True Vine? I think ETX Brewing is there too.
Yeah, I think they have a coffee shop. I think I visited a coffee. Maybe that wasn't there. I don't remember. There was a coffee shop. Maybe that was Lufkin. I don't remember. I was going to say Anderson Valley has a. They call it their briny melon goza. It's got watermelon. It's good.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, Anderson Valley makes some excellent gozas. Gozin.
I like Gozin better. That's a good one.
So, Sydney, we have a question for you from our illustrious audience.
Yes.
They're asking about new beers coming out.
Yes. Well, today we're releasing the Zealander, so the Nelson and Hallertau Blanc IPA. Next week, we have a bottle release of our Cancun Kami, which is a tequila barrel-aged Russian Imperial Stout with toasted coconut vanilla.
And that is a fantastic name for a beer.
Isn't it?
Who came up with the name?
Alex did.
All right, say that one more time.
Good for Alex.
Tequila barrel aged.
Russian Imperial Stout,
Mm-hmm.
aged on toasted coconut, vanilla, and some cinnamon.
Oh, I'm intrigued. Like,
It's very good.
yeah.
And
Okay.
then after that, we have our Funky Bloobs coming out because our tangy, Funky Bloobs, our blueberry chamomile Berliner Weiss. And then we have our peanut butter stout that will be coming out, peanut butter chocolate stouts that people have been begging for.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It like sold out in 5 minutes or something.
Well, so we did a pilot batch because I wanted to see what the interest was, and I had never played with dried peanut butter, and I've never done peanut butter in a beer, so I wanted to do some test batches, and we released it, and all 8 gallons of it was sold in 4 hours, I think.
Oh.
Is that a new record for you guys?
Well, I mean, 8 gallons is not all that much, but we were very surprised that it went out that quickly just because we weren't open either. So people couldn't sit and drink it. They had to take crowlers of it and go home with it. But we have a lot actually going on in the next couple months. New beers. We bought a canning line that should be here in early October.
Oh, cool.
Hoping we're going to be canning our 5-year rounds, and then we are probably going to do some special like seasonal cans, like the Vanilla Hurricane, our summer white stout, which we brewed earlier this week. We've got an Oktoberfest being brewed. We have our best wiener coming out in the next 2 months. That's our Vienna lager.
Oh, I thought you were
like reference point to it. I keep forgetting, like, oh, everybody knows what our best wiener is. Lots of new beers that are coming out. We're trying to keep up the interest just because we can't have people sit and drink. So we need people to come and help support us. And in doing so, we want to make sure that we keep up interest in lots of new beers to try and take home and share. We are also very, very close. When I mean very close, I mean like very, very, very close. Hopefully in the next 3 to 4 days to signing a lease for our second location in Montreux.
Yay.
Mind blown.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's going to be Southern Yankee Craft House. And so it'll be not a brewery. So all of our beer will still be made here at the 1960 location. But it'll be all our beer on tap. We'll have craft cocktails, beer cocktails. So I don't know if you guys have ever tried our Moscow Drool, which is our ginger beer.
I have.
We'll be making many really delicious cocktails with that as well. So it'll be beer cocktails. We'll have a full kitchen. We're looking for some really creative chef to keep up with the craft aspect of Southern Yankee Craft House. So yeah, in all of this craziness, we're taking on more debt to give out some more creativity and fun for people.
Perfect.
Sure.
Honestly, though, it's going to be something along those lines that people are going to look at and be like, "Oh, that was so forward thinking." So
it's a lot of risk, but we've been able to work with the landlord that we will be signing a lease with to add in some safety precautions, or not safety, but precautions, so that if the world ends, we're not bound to that
so
lease.
Like battle axes on the wall
But
and in a moat.
Your location I think is excellent because I don't think there's you're still you're right in the middle of a lot of stuff and there's no real brewery around.
There isn't.
You guys,
not in that area because it is very expensive, but it's one of the benefits, I guess. Well, it's not really a benefit for the landlords, but very beneficial to potential people. The square footage cost decreased because of so many closings of restaurants and bars, which isn't great, but it does give opportunity for new places and new people to create some new interesting things. We'll see. I'm hoping that maybe after all of this COVID and problems and the economic flexibility and not really knowing what's going on, that we'll find some really innovative people to take advantage of those like holes in our community.
Well, best of luck to you guys. We absolutely love what you guys do, and I'm we're really hoping for absolute success for you guys.
Months.
Yeah.
Once we sign the lease, our goal is within 3 months to open for at least to go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Just to wrap up some things that have been said on the chat. Philip, yes, I think I was thinking of Nacogdoches. Hey to fruit puree for beer. They're on our Instagram, so we were just talking about you guys earlier, or at least some of your products. So thanks for watching there. Tyler is known as the Rose City of Texas, the Rose capital of Texas, and they have a zoo and some other things according to the website here.
Do they have rose gardens since the rose?
They do. They have like the Rose Garden, the Tyler Rose Garden, and they have a Rose Festival. And they also have the Tyler Historic Aviation Memorial Museum.
Do they make sleds?
No.
Huh?
Nobody got that.
Nope.
Rosebud?
No.
All right.
Yeah.
Straight over my head.
Yeah. So they got some museums. The Whitaker McClendon House, and it's officially known as a retirement city. So Kennedy, if
I'm not going to retire to Tyler, Texas. No offense, Tyler.
Just saying, if you want to hang out with people your own age, these people would be just shy of that. So that's
there's people my own age.
Young, they'll make you feel young. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
That's
well,
great.
I've actually never been to Tyler, so I need to stop talking shit about Tyler.
You do. It's the Rose City, the Rose capital of Texas.
Well, I mean, if nothing else, they have a great brewery in Tyler.
Yeah, they do.
Hey, yeah. One of my mentors, my first mentor, he was actually named after Tyler, Texas, because his parents lived there and met each other there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Why not? It's on what, I-20? Isn't it like up on I-20? No, 69. It's on 69/59.
No,
it's 59.
It's not. It's not.
What?
No, not Tyler. Tyler is exactly in the middle between Dallas and Texarkana.
Was it on 30?
I don't know.
You don't know your roads?
Not that part of
I'm
Texas.
not good on maps.
Literally, if you go straight north of Houston, directly north, you'll hit Tyler.
Okay. Whatever. All right. Instagram just shut down. I didn't say bye to them.
Oh.
It's fine.
Yeah, I need to go because I got to leave in like 15 minutes to go to the airport.
Okay. Well then.
Hopefully you're packed.
Yeah. I hope you're packed. Exactly.
I've got a duffel bag. I just throw my shit in there. I'm good to go. No, I packed. Julie would be freaking out right now if I hadn't packed.
Well,
I'm literally I've had like 3 beers. I'm ready to get on that plane.
I guess they require a mask at the airport?
They do. They require a mask the entire time, so you can't take it off unless you're drinking or eating something.
I mean, honestly, I'd wear a mask anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
And wrap myself up in plastic or paper
Paper suit. One of those like uni suits of paper.
I was thinking about taking my GIMP costume, my GIMP outfit. I think I might get too many strange looks there. So the GIMP stays home.
I mean, at this point, I think it would just be like, all right, fuck it, it's 2020.
Yeah, people would just be like, yeah, that seems.
This is a thing now.
People would just be like, that seems about right. That's about where we are. So I think you'd fit in quite nicely.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I leave the leash at home. That's uncalled for. That's overdue.
Well, you are in a plane. Where can you go?
Yeah.
Anyway, so everybody get your seats back to an upright position, your tray tables stowed, and prepare to land the episode because we got to wrap it up. So, Sydney, thank you so much for
Thanks for having me, guys.
And everybody go get some beer to go at Southern Yankee or some pizza or some other, maybe if Sydney's got her, whatever goodies she's cooked up, maybe she's got some of those. So ask.
Oh, real quickly, let me give you a story about.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've mentioned before how the pizza
Oh.
you get nowadays not enough sauce. So like the brief 3-week period where like the tap rooms were open, we went to Southern Yankee, and I got a pizza, and Sydney just happened to be working in the pizza station, and she's like, "I remember how you said you like more sauce on your pizza."
So I put a little extra sauce.
So she gave me a saucy pizza, and it was fantastic. Thank you.
Print up that T-shirt.
Yeah.
Southern Yankee, extra sauce.
Extra sauce.
There you go.
All right, or so Yank pizza, or however you want to do it. I'm just saying it's a work in progress. Take it and run with it. Something extra saucy. Anyway, all right. Well, Kennedy, safe travels, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a good vacation.
By the way, next Thursday, Josh, we haven't talked about this, so now's the perfect time to do it right here live on the show.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm still good to go for a show next Thursday.
Okay.
I'm taking my computer. I will probably be on the beach in Florida.
Okay.
Please be actually on the beach, though.
I don't. So,
were you going to green screen it?
No, our one of our top fan, Misty. Well, I'll be at her place. She actually lives on the beach, so I might be like on the balcony overlooking the beach.
There we go.
As long as it's in the background, we can hear the waves and the seagulls.
Yeah.
And the people screaming with you with your shirt off.
And bird shit landing on my head. Yeah.
Yeah, you do it. You got do it in a.
It's like It's like a magnet.
Yeah, it is. All right. Well, everybody have a great weekend. I'm going to hit this 35 seconds of music, and we'll wrap it up. So, thanks everybody for being a part of Liquid Lunch today. Philip and all the people, Jose and Caleb and Chad and all the people we saw. I don't remember who all was. That was an hour ago. That was 2 beers in an hour ago. I can't remember that. Sydney, thank you so much as always for being there.
Thanks,
Thanks for having us.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next week from Florida and here and everywhere in between. Bye-bye.
The preceding has been a presentation of Stewed Productions.
Yay!